Hello guys, my name is FX and welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. This is a game where you build games and you build an epic empire, hence the name. It's a game within a game, it's gameception is what it is. So I got this game quite a while ago and I played it for about a week and a half. We were doing quite well, me and my team, I'll have you know. I'm on my own at the moment because we've just started again, but we were doing quite well. The sales were going up and up and up because we were pretty good, and then they just went down and down and down and down and down into debt basically because we just forgot how to make good games and we sucked balls in that department. So it's a game where you build games. You can add different elements into that game. You can kind of decide what goes into the game, whether the game has a good soundtrack or concentrates on sound, or whether it concentrates on graphics or gameplay or multiplayer and all that jazz. And yeah, it's also an evolution game in terms of gaming. Like, you'll see the PS1, you'll see the N64, you'll see the PS2, the Xbox One, and it goes up and up and up. They're not called them due to copyright infringement, but when you see them, you will recognize them. So yeah, I figured we'd play this again, and while I'm playing it, I figured I'd make a video or two or three out of it. So yeah, welcome to Game Dev Tycoon, and without further ado, let's get started! Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon! In this business simulation, you have been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution in the next 35 years. So that's how long the lifespan of the game is, I guess. So it does have an end game. You can build your dream company, create the best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Why don't I bloody do that? Welcome. Before you can start your adventure, you need to give your upcoming company a name. Right then, so why don't we call it, how many characters can you have? Has that just stopped, or is that just, that's just it? We'll call ourselves BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT, but we'll spell it right this time. Kind of, not really, but we're missing an H. There we go. I can't even spell my own creations, what I can't do. Player game is of course Dave, because what else would it be? This is Dave here. We can be Dave or we can be Davette, but we're gonna be Dave. And we're gonna give him, we're gonna be, that looks kind of like me with the brown hair and the pale ass bloody skin. And we're gonna have the grandpa vest is what we're gonna have. We're setting our ways, and that's just what it's gonna be. Unlock hints. Since you have played the game before, you can choose to use all previously gained hints in this new game. That's kind of cheating, don't we know? So I'm going to turn that off. Would you like to import all previously gained hints into this game? No, thanks very much. Right, so, as you can see, I've played quite a little bit of this. I failed every time, and that's just what it is. So we're going to go into slot A. Yes, I do want to override. So, here we go. What the hell am I doing? I can't remember. I can't really remember how to play this game. So I think you click on that. Yeah, there we go. Develop new game. Okay. So game number 1. Let's pick a topic first, and then we can kind of, once we figured out what game we're gonna make, we can give it a title, can't we? So we're gonna make it a UFO game, because why the bloody hell not? It was 35 years ago. I don't know what that's got to do with it, but maybe that was just around the time that UFOs could have been a concept. It makes sense in my head, but we're going to go with it. So, pick a genre. We are going to go with, what goes well with UFOs? A simulation? No, strategy. Strategy game goes quite well with UFOs, especially on the PC, right? Like, you've got StarCraft and stuff, right? It makes sense in my head. We're going to go with that one. We're going to create StarCraft is what we're going to do. StarCraft. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what the game is, because I've never played StarCraft before, but I just know it's about space and aliens, he says confidently, but probably not. I tell you what we will call it. We'll call it XCOM instead, because I sure as shit know that he's got UFOs in it, and it's a strategy game. It's an RTS game. Yeah, otherwise known as a strategy game, real-time strategy, I'll have you know. And it's a game where the humans face against off aliens, and it is an RTS game, and it's a platform for the PC. I think it's just the PC. It might be out, or it might be coming out for the PS4, Xbox One or something, or he might have done that. I can't remember. Anyway, what are we doing? Next. Pick a genre. I thought I did that. There we go. Okay, never mind. I'm just too stupid to bloody do menus now. So, we'll do 2D graphics, because then you can't really do a strategy game based on text. Well, you can, but not in the same way, because that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the proper mouse click, drag, select your troops, go and attack things. So we'll go for 2D graphics. Hopefully that'll kind of work. And we're going to start development. Okie dokie. So there is a way high. There is something to do with the balls that I can't quite remember now. You need to stop. You're gonna develop it for quite a while, and then you can stop it at a certain point. But you're gonna keep adding to it. But if you leave it too long, it's gonna be too long, and it's not gonna do anything. That made sense in my head. The only way I can kind of explain it is by showing it to you, if and when it happens, and if I remember how to bloody do it. So the first things we need to do is in development stage 1. We need to sort out what is the most important. So the engine must be pretty important, and so must the gameplay. The story and quests can go down a little bit, I think, because you can just have basic stories and quests. Because the main entity, if you will, of a strategy game is in the gameplay itself, right? And the engine that you use in terms of like, the method that you go around to do that, whether it's like the user interface or just the commands and the way it does. So we're gonna do that one. It might have been wrong, but never mind. There we go. So this is the time it takes to make the game. And then I'm pretty certain there was something else that you could click on, but it's timing it right in terms of getting enough balls that you've got enough value in this, because basically I think it depends. The higher the number of in these bubbles, the better the game's gonna be when it releases, because it just means it's got that much quality of those individual things in. That was it. It's bugs. It's all coming back to me now. Right. So the better the game, the more high numbers you're gonna have in these bubbles, right? I think. So then what you do is when you complete the game, you can either release it straight away with bugs, or you can take a back seat, spend a little bit longer on the game, which obviously means that you're wasting a bit more money in terms of like rent and stuff, and maybe money on the game to develop it further. But it means that you can get rid of the bugs. So on release, ideally, you want all these to be as high as possible. The design and technology, the research is kind of like a backseat to them. But you want the design and technology to be as high as possible, and you basically want the bugs to be 0. So then that means that you're releasing the best game that you can at that time with 0 bugs, which means that it's not going to get panned in terms of reviews. It's only going to get panned if you've not got any of the developmental stages right. Kind of thing. I think that's how it works. I could be completely wrong. Right, so we're on development stage 2. So the dialogues aren't really important because, again, it's a real-time strategy game. We can kind of have that instead of like voice acting. We can kind of like have text-based acting, and it doesn't have to be the best either. If that's in terms of like dialogue story, kind of like how well the narrative is going, it doesn't have to be that good. Level design has to be pretty high, and so does artificial intelligence, because level design, you don't want the same levels every time you play the bastard game, and artificial intelligence, you want a bit of a challenge, don't you? So I'm gonna go with that. Artificial intelligence, AI, if you will, is the most important thing. Level design's shortly following that, and then dialogues is kind of like down on the tree. So this is kind of where you see how well the game's progressing. So there's a few bugs. 6 and 6, I think, for the first game's pretty alright. Eventually, when you get further into the game and you have like a developmental team, you can hit like the hundreds on at least one of them. I think that's what I did once. I made like a really, really good game, and it brought in a shit ton of money for us, because me and my team managed to get like 100+ on each of these, I think, and it was like the best one that we got up until that point. And then we released it out the wazoo, and it just exploded. It went viral, it went really popular, and I think it got like maybe like 500k or 1 million in like the first week or something. It was really, really good. So those are the things that could happen in this game. You could have like stages of just non-stop flops, in which case it's probably going to be game over if you get bankrupt, or you can go through a stage where you get like really shit games, but then you have one epic game, and then you think you figured out what makes that epic game. You try and do it again and again and again, and then they just kind of downfall again because you've done too many releases of the same game. So it's important to like vary it out a little bit as well. But again, we'll try and we'll figure that out together, because as I say, I'm just chatting out my ass right now. That's just the bits that I can remember. There's a lot that I can't remember. So we'll do. Sound doesn't have to be too good. The graphics can be maybe like halfway again, because you're playing it for the strategy, not really the graphics. So the graphics can take mediocre kind of level, and the world design can go up maybe, because world design and level design can maybe work in tandem. So maybe we'll do that. We'll do that. Well, I'm putting my foot down as the CEO of BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT Games, and I'm doing that. So, here we go. We've got a finish button, but the bugs are going down. We've still got one bug. There we go. We can release it just like that. So, we've got no bugs, and we got 13 design and 11 technology. These would have set new records, but the fact that I've played the game before, so it's not. Because obviously I've got higher than that. I think that's how it's working anyway. But so far so good. Things are doing pretty well. We've done a new topic, a new combo. We've increased a little bit. All these levels are increased a little bit. And now we can release the cameo. So we've just released the game, and now I think here we go. Game review. The first reviews for our newly released game XCOM came in. Reviews for XCOM. 6, 7. I'll take that. Enjoyable, says Star Games. What have you got for us, lovely? What have you got for us, lovely? 7, beautiful. Oh, I'll bloody take that as well. Informer Gamer, thank you very much. We've bribed them, don't we know? Oh, shit. Falls a bit short. Game Hero. All right, well, Game Hero's not our friend. We're never sending them a review copy again, are we? Fucking hell. 6, quirky but good. All games. Okay, so across the board, it was average, a little bit better than average. It was a C+, it was a B-. It was, I don't think it was a B, but it was all right. For our first game, getting back into the swing of things, it was all right. So maybe that didn't do as well because we didn't implement the right development things in the development stage. So we'll try it again. Generate game report is a way that you get feedback, I think. BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, XCOM. The game received favorable reviews. Okay, so it did better than I thought. With such a good start to BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT, we are sure to gain. Okay. We're gonna gain fans, is what it says. So now we're doing some research into the game and the sales. I think XCOM sold 3,777 units in its first week on the market. We made it to the charts at 59. Oh, it wasn't that bad then. That was pretty good for our first game. XCOM was so successful that we now have 17 fans. Ah, it's beautiful is what that is. Right, so generate the game report. Our post-release analysis of XCOM is complete, and we got the following results. UFO and strategy is a great combination. Okay, that's good to know. I probably should write this down, but never mind. Sound seems to be quite important for this type of game. Right, so we kind of neglected sound because I'm not a game developer and I didn't really know what I was doing, basically. But at the moment, it seems like sound is really important for that type of game. So we could do another UFO strategy type game, but since we've already released one of them pretty quickly, it might be an idea to leave it a while before we do it again. So we'll make a different game now. We'll develop a new game. We will pick the topic of, we could do a city strategy game, kind of like City Skylines, if you will. You unlock these, I think, if memory serves, excuse me, as you progress in the game and you level up. We could do a lore game, but that's a bit boring. We'll do a city strategy game next. And you can unlock more genres as well. City action game, that's not really anything. City adventure, city RP, city simulation. No, we'll go for city strategy game again, where you can build your own cities. That's what's going on in this head. I don't know if that's the same way it translates well, but that's in my head. And we've got 32 fans, bloody hell. Okay, so we'll call it Skylines. There we go. Why not? We're not going to completely rip City Skylines off. We're just going to call it Skylines just for shits and giggles. We're going to keep it a 2D graphics thing again. The profits are coming in slowly but surely. That's good. And we're just going to see how well this does. So in strategy games, sound is pretty good. We've got told. So I think that's all right. I think that's pretty good. It didn't say anything about those type of development increment things. That wasn't really, never mind, I'm going with it. So, sales record. XCOM has achieved a company-rated sales record with over 10,000 units sold. This is an important milestone in the history of BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT. Okay, so for the first game, it was pretty good. It was pretty shit up for first game. For just on our own as an indie developer. So again, it didn't say anything about these, so we're going to keep them the same. The only thing we're going to do, really, is increase the sound quality of the game. And then when we release it again, bloody hell, the cash is going to, it's well over 100k. That's well nice since we started off with 75, I think, or 70,000. So yeah, we're gonna bump this up a little bit, quite high. That obviously means that it's quite high. But I don't know if it's like that is like a medium, and then like 3 pluses means that. That's the way that I kind of always figured it out to be. So we'll do that, and then we'll just bump them down a little bit, and then we'll see how well this favors in the market and with the reviewers. So that's a little bit higher, if memory serves, than the last time. We've hit double figures, which is good. It's a good milestone to start us off. Just going to make sure the bugs are all gone, and then we're going to finish it just like that. And then we're going to see what happens after this. Oh, look at that. We got a new record in terms of technology. We've increased this pretty much like double fold, and we're halfway to level 2 for Dave. So we'll release the game, and then we'll see what the critics say. Game off the market. Okay. So that's our first game. XCOM is now off the market. It sold 15,788 units, generating 110,558 in sales. That's not bad for your first game, man. It's not bad. We've got a nice little number of fans as well, which will hopefully spread the word. I presume that's how it works. It does in my head. Game review. The first reviews for your newly released game, Skylines, came in. I saw a 10 there a few times, but I don't know if it's going to get a 10. It might get high, 8 or 9. 8! Love it! Fine. Thank you very much. Thank you bloody very much. I saw a 3 and a 4 then. Shit. Alright. Could have been better. So, at least for the start, at the beginning of the game, the reviews are going to be a bit mixed, he says. But I remember the one that got me the most sales and stuff back the last time I played this. I think we got 10s across the board, so it is doable. Everyone has their own opinion, just like life. So, for the time being at least. But having said that, that's better than the last game. That's better than the last game. That is sure as shit better than the last game. So, there's going to be like a few 6s and a few 5s and a few 8s and 9s along the way. But it's just part of growing up, isn't it, in terms of a game developer. So, we're going to research... We can research custom game engine. No, we can't. We can only research that, I think. Because we've not got enough money. We've not got enough points, have we? Okay. We'll research new topic. And we'll research time travel. Because we could make like an adventure game out of a time traveling game, right? He says confidently. Possibly not. But we're gonna experiment, trial and error with it again. And see what happens. Industry news. Recent market studies suggest that the Commodore G64, that's the Commodore, right? I think, maybe, is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability, and the flexible hardware configuration over other homeware computers. So, we might research into creating games for them, since they're becoming a bit more popular right now than the PC. So that might be something that we need to sort out in the near future. Experts say that this might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Okie dokie, that's what you think. So, as soon as we've done this, we will research complete. You have successfully researched a new topic, time travel. So, can we do the new... We can't do anything with that. We can just do more topics for the time being. So, we can't research, I don't think, the Commodore thing right now. So, we can research the game history to see where we went wrong and stuff. And what elements we did well. Maybe, he says, if he does it right. Game history. Okay, that's not that. What? Generate game report. That's the bloody one. I've only been playing it for 5 minutes. Bloody hell. We got an average of 7 on that one, whereas the first game that we did was 6.5. Bloody hell, we're doing quite well on the sales. We're now at 195.3k. That's good. Game report. Okay, city and strategy is a great combination. Dialogue seemed to be not important for this type of game. Platform genre, PC, strategy is great. Okay, that's fine. So, we'll do a new game. We'll do a time travel adventure game, and we will do it for... that's why we don't need to do it, because we've already got this. We can already publish for the G64. So we'll try a G64 just for shits and gigs, and we will call it Back to the Future. There we go. Nicely bloody done. We'll do it 2D graphics again, even though it's the more expensive of the two options, but it seems to be doing quite well in terms of being well received. So, story and quests, I imagine, are going to be quite high up on the list. Gameplay and the engine maybe could be like that. That's looking pretty good to me. Again, it's all about trial and error. I'm not a game developer. Leave me alone. And we'll just see kind of what feedback it gets. So, yeah, I've just realized that RP means research points. So as soon as that goes to 50, if we wanted to, we could research the new game engine thing that we've got going on. So dialogues in an adventure game could be pretty good. Level designs should be pretty high up because it's an adventure game. And artificial intelligence should be maybe the same about the dialogues. That's looking good for me. Skylines is now off the market. It sold 17,340 units, generating 121,408 in sales. Right, so good. So that did better than the first one. It's going well. We're progressing. According to rumors, the Japanese company Ninvento, two guesses to see what that is planning to launch its very own home gaming console. Ninvento is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King, because of course it bloody is. Many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will ever take off, but we are eager to see what Ninvento will deliver. So that's the thing that we can invest in the near future if we get enough research points, and we can finally do it when it comes out. So world design in terms of adventure games to me is pretty important, I guess. Graphics are pretty good, and the sound could be like that, he says confidently. So, can we beat the last time around? We hit double figures with both. I think we might have beat it on design with 13. Just gonna iron out the bugs, and then we can release it. Can we get maybe one more technology? No, I don't want to waste too much time. So we're finishing this game off. And Back to the Future got a new record in terms of design, which is good. And we hit level 2 in gameplay, which is cracking. And anything else we've leveled up on? We leveled up on artificial intelligence, world design, and did we as a person level up? We didn't, we just fell short. Okay, release the Gammy, if you please. And we may as well research custom game engine now, because why not? We had the points to waste. We may as well do it. I know we've only got one left, but we can gain more research points the more research we do. The first reviews of our newly released game Back to the Future came in. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. It's not going to be good. Is it going to be good? Enjoyable. 7. I'll take that. I'll take 7. As long as it doesn't go at like 2, 1, and 3. That's just heartbreaking is what that is when that happens. Time travel and adventure is a great combination. Thank you very much, Informed Gamer. And 7. Nice experience. 7 across the board. I'll take that. This could be higher. 8. Nice. So we're getting better. We are slowly progressing. We are getting better. This is looking good for me. Us, BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT company as a whole. It's looking pretty well. Back to the Future. Good. Industry news. Today, Ninvento has confirmed recent rumors and announced their plans to release a new home gaming console called TES. 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 It's going to be the TES, isn't it? Early next year. The console features cartridge-based games, which you need to blow on quite a lot, and a uniquely designed controller. Very good. So that is something that we can research in the near future when it comes out. But right now, Back to the Future is doing pretty well. Contract work. Hi there. I've just finished Back to the Future, and I am impressed by your talent. I'm in the contracting business, and we could use your skills. We could use skills like yours. If you are ever short on cash, let me know, and I will give you some work. Okie dokie. Thanks, Jason. So we can do that. I think it's just like it's a bar that you get, kind of like research and everything else that you do, and then you just obviously have to wait till the bar finishes, and then you get an influx of money. You can't do anything while the bar is loading up naturally, but it's a nice safety blanket if you need money, like that kind of thing. When you have a team, I do believe one of you can specifically just concentrate all your attention on that, while all the other people can keep going with the games, and then as soon as that person finishes that little task off, they will go back into generating help with the game and stuff like that. So when you get more people, it is a little bit easier, he says, but then you've still got to manage time management, and people need time off and stuff because they get too stressed and overworked, and you've obviously got the money and salary and shit to worry about. So it's a new element thing that comes in later on. Research complete. You have successfully researched custom game engine. Thank you very much. And on that note, guys, I am going to leave that one there. So we've started off relatively, we've started off steady is what we've done. It could have been better. It could have been shit tons worse is what it could have been. We've released 3 games so far, and we've got quite a little nest egg. We've got 258,000 smackamoos. We've got 277 fans, which will hopefully spread the word. And Back to the Future is still selling, even though it's going down a little bit, but that's expected because it's not as popular right now because it's not just been released. It's been released for maybe 4 weeks or so, judging by that graph. We are at rank 47, which I believe is maybe the charts, where it's sitting at the charts. Again, it was probably higher than that when it released, but now it's slipping down because it's been out for quite a while. So yeah, things are looking pretty good for BOOGLEHEIMSCHMIT Company Limited person thing. And yeah, that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Bye, yo. You might want to go the opposite. Who in the blue Bulla King hell are you, sir? Get your handgun out, run. Okay, that's it. Oh my God. Who the fuck are you? Who? Sawyer?